Hello and welcome to another video. We've reached the end of January, the first month for 2024. So we're going to go through and share our Blu-ray pickups from this past month. I got a lot of stuff I'm really excited about and looking forward to sharing. Welcome once again. My name is Austin, and I'm going to be sharing my pickups from this past month. If you hear any background noise, my son's up for this video. Usually I record during his nap, so if you hear any talking or something, that's just him playing around, having a good time. So kicking things off for the month, I picked up a movie that I hadn't seen before, and that is The Holdovers. This is one that just came out in the past month or so. I had heard great things about it in theaters. I really wanted to check it out. Didn't have a chance to, so went ahead and bought the Blu-ray. This says it's the collector's edition, but I mean, it's nothing too fancy. It's got your standard few extra bonus features here and there. You got the movie on Blu-ray, DVD, and then a digital code as well. Now, while The Holdovers did end up cracking my top 10 favorites list, I did think I would like the movie a little bit more. I did think it was great. I really liked it. I just didn't quite fall into the love category. There's aspects of it I really loved, but as a whole, I think I need at least one more watch just to kind of see where I fall on this one. So I might give it another watch sometime this year leading up to Christmas, or maybe just wait for the Christmas holiday season and check it out then. But nonetheless, it's still a really great movie, fantastically well made. It just tells this really good 70s old school feeling story. I just thoroughly enjoyed the overall kind of tone and vibe for this movie. It's one of those just really entertaining watches with great performances all around. So if you have not had a chance to check this one out yet, I definitely recommend checking out The Holdovers. Next, we have a 4K pickup, and that is for The Man from Nowhere. This is one that I'd seen this movie once before, and I remembered liking it, but I'd wanted to revisit it for some time, and then I heard it was coming to 4K, so I was like, well, I'll wait for it to hit 4K and pick it up. Well, it came out in the past month or two, and I was just kind of watching other stuff, so I hadn't picked it up yet. So I think this one's been out a couple of months now, but I went ahead and picked it up. It's actually been at a really good price point too. They've been selling it for only $16 for a brand new 4K, and there's no digital code. It comes with the 4K and with the Blu-ray. You get the slipcover with it. So I mean, it's well worth the money for $16. You got some bonus features, making of, that kind of thing here and there, but I gave this one a rewatch. I liked it even more. I think it's a really great movie. It's a Korean kind of thriller. It has some of the style, well, not necessarily style. It has some of the setup kind of thing of like a Leon the Professional or a John Wick type vibe of a, retired government hitman assassin type thing coming back. There's this girl that lives in his apartment building that he's kind of befriended. Something happens to her and he has to go rescue her. So, I mean, it's nothing too groundbreaking plot wise, but the action's really cool. It has that Korean style and flair to it with that action. And it's just a really well made, really well done film. The 4K itself looks fantastic. It sounds really good. So for $16 for this brand new 4K with a really great transfer, you can't pass that one up. Next, another one of my favorite movies from this year, we have Past Lives. This is another one I heard great things about over the past several months. Did not have a chance to see it in theaters, so I picked up the Blu-ray as quickly as I could. This one came, I watched it, I loved the movie. I thought it was incredible. This is one I have been raving about to people, my wife, my family, and keep recommending. Yeah, you having fun? And so the movie's great. I need to check out a few more of the bonus features on here. There are some, like some deleted scenes. Actually, I might have watched them all. Aside from the commentary, I think I did watch them all. Some good bonus features on here. Fantastic performances, fantastically well-made movie, incredible music. I thought this was just a really well-done, genuine romantic drama. I'm not typically a romantic drama guy, but more and more over the years, recently, I've been checking more of these out and really enjoying them. So I might be turning a new leaf in my old age of being in my 30s. So Past Lives, if you haven't checked that one out, definitely do so. Next, we have a movie that is probably at this point one of my favorite of all time if I was to update my top 10 list, and that is RRR. This is the hugely popular Indian blockbuster that came out just a couple of years ago, and actually it might have just been last year, and it's one that I just gave a rewatch on and was like, gosh, I love this movie. Like, from beginning to end, the movie is fantastic. Pacing, action, story, characters, performances, it's all incredible. And this is actually from Sloppy Second Sales. I picked it up from them. It's technically a bootleg, but with the way Netflix has been recently with pulling stuff off, I didn't want to risk not being able to watch this movie, especially being one of my absolute favorites. So there's kind of some controversy here and there with bootlegs all around, but I personally look at it as I just want a backup to be able to watch the movie that I want to watch, especially one that I love. So as often as I can, I will opt to watch the movie on Netflix to still support the creators and all that kind of stuff. But if should Netflix ever pull it, I got my backup copy. Next pickup we have is for the movie Sound of Freedom. This is one of the better and one of the most recent Christian movies to come out. It's not an overtly Christian film, but it definitely has ties to Christian themes and messaging and, ideology and that kind of thing. It's put out by Angel Studios, which is a Christian studio. I think they just kind of did distribution on it though. But we went to see this one in theaters back when it was released, and it was really, really a powerful experience. It's a very difficult movie to watch, especially at times because it revolves around child trafficking and all that kind of industry involves, which is horrifying to think of. But the movie is very powerful. It's not quite as depressing and dreary as I had built it up to be for myself, but I still thought the movie was great. It's not one I'm going to revisit all that often, but I want to have it on the chance that we got some friends over and they're interested in checking it out. Want to be able to pull it out and pop it on, and just to be able to purchase the movie to support the creators of it as well. This one is very significant because it does tell a true story of a man who rescued, I think, hundreds of people and children from human trafficking across the world. So it's an incredible story, just a piece of this man's life, but very well done, very well told. Next, we have an anime film. Now, I watched Suzume recently by Makoto Shinkai is the director of that one, and it made me want to check out more of his films because that was the only one of his I'd seen. So I got Your Name. My brother found this at the Huber Music and Video, which is my favorite movie store to pick stuff up secondhand. He was there on some work trip and asked me if I wanted to look for anything. And so he checked it out, sent me some pictures. I asked for the anime section, and they had this there, so I had him grab it because it was only like $14 or $15, I think. And so I checked it out. The movie's fantastic. I thought it was really great. Not perfect, but I mean, it's a really great movie. It tells an amazing story of these two young teenagers who start body swapping, and it starts off that way, but it becomes so much more. And it's such an interesting story, just kind of adolescent growing up, falling in love, that kind of thing. So the animation is incredible. Some of the best animation I've probably ever seen. So if you're looking for something new to check out, or if you want to get into the anime game, Makoto Shinkai movies are a fantastic way to do so. So I definitely recommend checking this one out. Next, we have a DVD, which I don't grab too often, but Ben 10 is one of my favorite shows from growing up. If you've been following my collection videos for some time, I've been picking up this show for a while. I've loved the show growing up, telling the story of Ben Tennyson, who finds this Omnitrix, a watch that allows him to turn into different aliens. It's just a really fun show that I always enjoyed growing up. So it's one I'd like to introduce to my son someday. Now, having this is season 4 and the final season. So I have the entire show to be able to show to him one day. So just a little bit longer once he grows up some more, and we'll be able to enjoy that together. Last pickup is another anime, this time a TV show. I've been getting into a show that's currently airing, there are a few seasons in, I think, and that is Dr. Stone. So I picked up Dr. Stone season 1 part 1 and season 1 part 2. I've thoroughly been enjoying this season, and I wanted to add it to my collection just because it's probably becoming one of my favorite anime shows. I really enjoy it. So I'm almost done with season 1, got to move into season 2, and then season 3 after that. And I think they just confirmed season 4. So really enjoying the show. It kind of tells the story of this post-apocalypse, not poke-apocalypse, post-apocalypse, where this guy, Senku, is basically this brilliant high school scientist, and one day, literally the show opens with this scene. Everyone on Earth turns to stone, and he and his friend are the first to come out of the stone. So they're figuring out why, and they're trying to figure out how to get more people out and basically rebuild society. But they do so using science, and all the science in this show is legitimate, real science, which is really cool. I find this show equally entertaining as I do educational. Like, they break down the science to very detailed level so that you actually understand what they're doing, and it's incredibly cool to watch. So I'm thoroughly enjoying the show. Can't wait to continue checking it out. So that's going to be my last pickup for this month. So all in all, really great month of pickups. Some movies I hadn't seen before, a couple new 4Ks for the collection. I finally finished collecting Ben 10, no anime, and then RRR, one of my favorite movies probably. I'm so happy to have that one on physical as well. So thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Let me know in the comments down below what you picked up this month. I would love to hear what you grabbed throughout the month in the comments. I will see you in the next one.